This is part 2 about the 5 phases of a stock cycle. I'm going to give you some observations about each of these phases so that you can tell more easily. Phase 1 is going from P1 to P2, and I call this the quiet accumulation phase. So what are the telltale signs? It usually lasts for several months, and in this phase people feel depressed about their futures, about the job situation, because a lot of people lose their jobs. Most companies lose money in their business, and many even go bankrupt. This is the case where we are near the end of a recession or a slowdown. All the analysts seem very pessimistic. Some feel very cautious, and the stocks are seesawing almost on a daily basis. But if you pay more attention to a longer range of time, you can see that they are going up more than coming down. And only a few big companies see the light. In some key industries, some big companies already are seeing the end of the tunnel. So this looks like what we are experiencing now in early 2009, from January up to now, late April. Now we come to phase 2. It goes from price level 2 to price level 4. Noisy push-up phase. What are the telltale signs? It can last for several more months. The economy seems to be turning around because there are more job openings and more optimism in the air. People start to talk about which are the good stocks to buy. And more companies begin to report good earnings, and many beat the estimates. Now, in this phase, the recession or the slowdown is pronounced over. So official statistics says that the business slowdown is over, and the analysts and reporters begin to trumpet various stocks, telling you which ones are good to buy. And you also find that the fund managers appear more often on TVs because this is a noisy trumpeting phase. And you will see that there are more stocks rising, and many even rising very dramatically. Phase 3, running from P4 to P5, public euphoria phase. This phase only lasts for a few weeks, maybe less. What are the telltale signs? Lots of them. When you see that job seekers ask for stocks options besides their salaries, you know that people are reaching the euphoria phase. When the housewives, janitors, and taxi drivers talk about stocks, then you know that we are euphoric. When many of your friends who own stocks think that they are millionaires, this is also a euphoric phase. And in China, when the demand for shark fin soup suddenly rises very dramatically, then you know that the stock market is white hot. And many companies paint good and rosy pictures of their future. Fund managers, analysts also continue to trumpet the stock market, but this is the most risky phase to be in. You better stay out. Phase 4, from P5 to P3, quiet short selling and unloading phase by the big sellers. This lasts for a few months because the big guys cannot sell too fast, otherwise there will be a total collapse of the price. They need to slowly sell them in order to cash out. In this phase, business is near the peak, but the optimism still continues. And if you look around, you can see that there is a widespread, non-dramatic price drops in the stocks in the same industry or across industries. But the price drop is so small that it doesn't cause any public concern. And even though the price drops, many analysts interpret this as a good opportunity to buy. You have to be careful. And you will also see companies continue to post earnings, good earnings, and they still continue to be rosy. Fund managers, analysts continue to trumpet the stocks. Now, the last phase, phase 5, from P3 to P1, noisy, depressing phase. So as the price continues to drop, but there is no turnaround, it may last for a few weeks, and everybody slowly will be awakened to the fact, and there will be worries. And you also see that there are some dramatic price drops for some companies, and you also feel that business is slowing down. More companies are reporting earnings which are below expectations. The moment of truth finally comes. The public is awakened by continuous price drops. Analysts and reporters become pessimistic now, and there will be a rush out the door. Panic sell continues. This is the time when it seems the sky is falling. When we look back, I think last year, 2008, the months of November and December represent this phase.